gonna play some dirty, low down, way back in the alley, down home. A friend of mine said, you gotta catch this girl singer. So I went down to the club, and she's a knockout, and I said, I think I'm doing some demos, I think I could use you. And she put her hand on her hip and she said, you want to use me? So we got together and did some singing on the couch in my living room, and it was a duo from Jump Street. I mean, we were great.
We loved the same music, so we kind of had all these same licks in our head, and we would sing them at the same time without rehearsing.
We'll be together, baby, from now on. I know that gossip.
I remember my first professional gig was during Lent, and so no one was dancing. They were all just staring at us. And I was in high school, and people were gawking. And I got nervous, but it went well. They clapped at the end.
I was 13 years old, and I used to go to a roller skating rink in my town of Waterbury, Connecticut, and they started having rock and roll shows there. So they hired me to be the opening act at 13.
For
Roy Orbison, the Olympics.
Just one more fun day, but all I got is another blue Monday.
We love to perform our original music and to get a reaction from a song that we've written from our hearts, you know. So it's great when that feedback comes.
The funny thing about that, though, is like we wrote a song called Heartache, and it's about people cheating on each other, and you know, and then they're deciding if they're gonna stay together at the end. So people come up and go, so that's about you? Did you break up? I'm like, no, actually, I wrote it when I was watching a soap opera one day. So it's not about us.
The writing process is always different.
However it comes.
We wrote this song called Say Yeah. I was in the music room and just playing into the recorder and just listening back to some licks I was playing. And Lori came in the room and she said, no, go back. What was that thing you did a minute ago? Oh, I said, you mean this? She said, yeah, that. I'll be right back. And she went out of the room, and 10 minutes later she came in with the lyrics and we had a song. It's not always that
It doesn't
easy.
happen like that all the time.
Go ahead and cry, baby. I know I'm the one who taught you to be lonely, baby.
I was performing in New York City for an anti-war rally. And at this particular gig, they shut down 6th Avenue. And as far as I could see, there was a slight drizzle going on. As far as I could see, maybe a mile, there were umbrellas bouncing up and down to the music. And there was a rumor that John and Yoko were going to show up. And they did. They showed up and come up on the stage, and they wanted to sing Give Peace a Chance. I know both of those chords. So we launched into Give Peace a Chance, and 250,000 people were singing along, and it was great. And John turned to me and he said, keep on playing. I think that he meant, as they left, to keep playing the song, but I took it as a piece of advice, and I'm still playing.
We did a thing in Hollywood, the China Club Pro Jam. So Kal was the
I was the musical director.
master of ceremonies. So everybody would come in and come up and play with us. And my favorite of that was one night Stevie Wonder walks up on stage. And he comes and he stands leaning on me, right next to me. and we start singing Signed, Sealed, Delivered. And I'm singing, but all the time I'm thinking, Stevie Wonder is touching me right now. And I'm singing this song with him. It was just otherworldly, you know, because he's one of my favorites of all time.
You got to spin my whole world around you. I've been behind the morning sun.
We've been living in Palm Springs for 27 years, 28 years
We
now.
came here when we were,
Yeah, we were 3 or 4 when we came. But there's no place like Palm Springs. I mean, we travel all over the world, but when we get off the plane here, there's something really special about it. It's hard to put your finger on it.